So I'm here with my buddy James in Indianapolis, here at his gym. We just got to finish with a rolling session, and while we were here, I wanted to get a technique that's not on the channel. Because if you guys have ever, I'm sure all you guys have, you go into different gyms and you train with different people. Everybody has a different style, a different sort of way of going about jiu-jitsu. And James has a lot of cool chokes and stuff like that he uses. And so I don't have any Peruvian stuff on the channel. He's good with Peruvians, so we're going to show you guys a setup for the Peruvian necktie off of me going for like a shot on him, and he's gonna tie it off from a really basic front headlock that you guys probably know, and he'll show you some good details from it. So, James?
We're gonna work this Peruvian necktie off of Chewy shooting, okay? Now maybe you're a competent wrestler and you're really good at sprawling, but jiu-jitsu wise you don't have a lot of attacks yet, or maybe you're a jiu-jitsu guy that's just kind of learning the sprawl and you're having some trouble finishing like your regular guillotine or maybe a go behind or something like that. So what I'm typically going to do, I'm going to hit my sprawl as he shoots. Now I'm going to go over this shoulder and under the other one, right? So I'm attacking the neck and the arm. Now I'm going to grab this S grip here, okay? So this is my preferred grip of this Peruvian necktie. The hand that's choking him is palm toward me. The other hand actually goes palm away from me, thumb down, okay? So I'm like this. As I grab that, instead of just coming up and attacking the Peruvian right off the bat, what I like to do is drive his elbow in. So if you look at this other side here, I'm taking this arm and I'm driving his arm this way, okay? So that frees up his side for a lot of attacks. But I'm gonna start just by kind of working my way out to the side. I push my head under and I'm squeezing his neck in, okay? So I want him worried about this choke here. I'm just bringing my arms toward me, right? Then I might get it, but normally I don't. So I've got him kind of broken down. I've got him in a great position. I let my head slip, boom, and I come way up here, okay? So my goal here is to throw this leg over the back of his head. I want my IT band, I want my outer leg to lay on the back of his neck. Okay, so I kind of hop up both legs, boom, right here. As I sit, I want to make sure this knee goes behind him so he can't immediately roll out, and then it swivels over. Okay, so my finish here is I'm going to squeeze my arms through. I'm always flexing that choking wrist into me, and the other leg kind of kicks out. Okay, so a little better angle. So he shoots, I hit my sprawl, boom, I break him down, and then I shoot up, jump into it here. So as I'm here, I don't want this leg to ever touch the mat again. I'm pulling my arms through, and I'm kind of flexing that leg outward, right? So I wanted his face to touch his chin. This leg comes over, boom, there we have it. It's a strong finish. It's really, really powerful, hard for him to get out of. And I've got a million options off of that if he is able to get out of it.
What are some options, like, so if you go for it, like, so if I go into it, right here.
Boom. So I'm here, right? Boom. And I'm not getting it?
Yeah, so what would you go for from here?
So like my first option from here, I go and I'm not getting this. What I do is I actually let go of my hands and each hand goes to an arm. Boom, like this, okay? So I start curling this one, and now all I'm gonna do, once I have good control of that top arm, I let go of the bottom and I just start climbing it, just kind of like a rope. I'm just turning it right into a basic arm bar, okay? And then from there, a lot of times guys will slip this hand, maybe he tries to come up real quick. Boom, I can go here, right here, okay? If he slips it that way, we've got our basic, front triangle. What I actually get more of is like, watch this. What I actually get more of is as the guy starts coming up, boom, I start doing this here, his head pops out. Boom, I just pull that leg right across his neck. And I lock up this like reverse or backwards triangle, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And then we can finish there. So we slide away, got the arm to attack. I can do the little standing with base, finish him off.
And then that motion, so like just for people watching, so like imagine that I'm in between your legs when you're sitting back. What are your hands doing?
Yeah. So literally I'm just flexing that wrist into the neck. I'm pulling through and I'm pushing. So if you just picture like your neck is kind of trapped in that little hole. I'm
just like a collar choke, where if we're doing a collar choke, we're always, you're not just pulling, it's this pull, but it's a flex of the wrist.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So
that's why I like this S grip too, because like I'm mobile, right?
Opposed to like a gable or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So guys, well, hopefully that's helpful to some of you guys that want to use a Peruvian. So if you're up against a wrestler and you've got a front headlock, hear some details of what you can maybe do with it for jiu-jitsu. Again, I was talking to a young wrestler today, like, it's like, you know, if you look at jiu-jitsu, a lot of times there's stuff that you can sort of take from wrestling and you can meld it in with the jiu-jitsu techniques. And so this is a great use of like basic wrestling, front headlock positions. What'd you call that thing earlier? The Schultz choke or something?
Yeah, the Schultz choke.
Yeah, you know, because I mean, it's when he's doing that to me, when he's putting, like, when he puts his head down, he's pulling an arm across. Like, I want to push my arm out, and then when you're going up above, like, I feel better. You know, which then allows you to set up the Peruvian, which is a good setup because, you know, again, he wants me to be okay with that. So if he was to jump, going back to it, if you were to jump straight for my head, I would start to kind of fight this. But because you're doing this, I don't like this, and I want to push this out so it's right where you want to be anyway. So it's a sneaky little setup. I know that you've got like a series on this, don't you?
Yeah, Peruvian Dozen.
Peruvian Dozen?
Peruvian Dozen. It's actually, you can find it on YouTube, but I did a DVD like 10 years ago, 2009-ish.
Yeah.
So it's a while back. But
yeah, I know you were working this stuff a long time ago.
Yeah. So Peruvian Dozen 2.0 is the name of the instructional. And then we just sat down and filmed about a dozen other techniques with Sloan Climber, actually. So Sloan put his caveman necktie on there. So.
Okay. So cool. Then I'll put the links down for that below. So if you guys want to check out any more Peruvian stuff, I'll put some links down for James's stuff down below. And then if anybody's ever in the Indianapolis, the greater Indianapolis area, you guys have this gym, but you also have a couple other gyms?
Yeah, so we have an affiliation throughout Indy. My wife AJ and I, we own Indiana Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so we're on the south side of Indy in Greenwood, and we own Endurance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on kind of the northwest side-ish, and that's in Zionsville.
Cool. So yeah, guys, like I've known James and his wife AJ for, I mean, since I've been doing jiu-jitsu. I met them within the first year of my training. Great people. They've been a part of, you know, growing the Midwest jiu-jitsu. So if you guys are ever in the Indianapolis area, if you live here, they're great people, amazing training. So again, check them out. And thanks, brother.
Absolutely, man.
See you guys next time.
Yeah, so gotta fly.
We'll put that on.
Leave it. He's on you now.
We're gonna be like that.
Got him! Did you really? Holy crap, that has to go in the video.
You have met your in fly.